founders of Autism Speaks, Suzanne and Bob Wright.
Thank you so much, Mary. And good morning, DC. We are here. And what a great pleasure it is to be here. You didn't hear from Laura yet. You will hear shortly. The time for our national plan is now. Our families with autism have been suffering long enough. Our families need our help now. We have been paving the road for 8 years, and with each cobblestone we lay down, another family's haunting stories pops up. The Roykos, who lost their home. We've met parents who have eaten through their 401ks and every asset to pay for treatments for their children. We've met families who had to move away from their families to get better treatment for their children. We've met moms and dads who survive on coffee and sugar to make up for their lack of sleep. Sometimes their sons and daughters with autism aren't sleeping at all. Sometimes they are working 2 and 3 jobs. Often they are fragile. They are not living, they are existing, hour by hour, day by day. They worry about their son and daughter, what they might do the next moment. They are petrified to even think about their futures. They feel alone, but they are not. There are at least 3 million American families directly affected by autism. One of those families is my own. Mary mentioned our grandson Christian. We started down this road for him, for our daughter Katie and our son-in-law Andreas. But soon we learned our pain was not ours alone. It was a collective pain. And at the bottom of the pain, like the seeds sprouting in the spring, is strength, real strength. Those same fragile moms and dads I told you about are some of the strongest people Bob and I have ever met. They fight for their children and they do not stop, whether their children are 3 or 33, and they amaze me. My daughter Katie amazes me. In the midst of temper tantrums and seizures in schools and therapies and dietary restrictions, never-ending diarrhea, and yes, all the autism unmentionables that make us squirm in our seats, she pushes on. She reads and she questions and she fights for her son. She finds hope. We are so lucky to have Katie joining us today. I'd love to give her and all the other autism moms and dads a round of applause. Thank you. What an inspiration all of you are. Ask yourselves, please, why don't we have a national plan for Christian, for Nikki, for Ben and Sam, Camille, Kyle, Susie, Becky, Jasper, and every child with autism in America? Why is there no plan? It's as if the big picture folks in this country have turned off their satellites and Doppler radars. They don't want to know what's coming. Well, we're here to turn them back on. The crisis is upon us. So wake up, Washington. We will not be ignored. These are our children, our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews, cousins, neighbors, and friends. They deserve 100% of our attention. They deserve some hope. They deserve a future. They deserve a shot at letting the world see them shine. They will not be forgotten because we will not be ignored. We send you, our elected officials, to this town to lead and to represent us. And we're here to tell you the time is now for autism to be the #1 on your to-do list. Let us together Harness that strength of our daughter Katie, son-in-law Andreas, and all you mom and dads, and grandmas too, and granddads. Let us join them and prove why this is truly the land of the brave. Let us answer the national crisis like we do hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods together. Let us remember that our future as a nation lies in the strength of our children. Let us put those 3 million children and teens and adults on our planners, save their faces to our desktops, pin their pictures in our cubicles, and hang their pictures on our refrigerators. Let us give ourselves daily reminders of why we are here and who needs us the most. And then let's roll up our sleeves and get to the task at hand, a national autism plan. We need a level of research funding that meets the pervasiveness of autism. People with autism now live in every neighborhood, from Maine to San Diego, from Washington to the Key West. $193 million does not make a dent in the amount of study that needs to be done. We also need a housing plan for the hundreds and thousands of adults with autism. Did you hear me? Hundreds of thousands of adults with autism need a place to go call home. Make no mistake about it, our children are special, and they are beautiful and talented and smart. Imagine if we could unleash their talents. Maybe Nikki is a math whiz, or Christian a born stockbroker, or maybe Susie understands horses and the best horse handler in the area, and Camille a great writer, and Felix a musician, and maybe Becky can play her harp like an angel. Imagine 3 million Americans adding their talents to the rich fabric of our nation. Because we cared. Because we are here today and we refuse to sit by and watch them and their families suffer any longer. Because we are determined to let their voices be heard until it is no longer necessary. Because we know we can turn this around together as a nation with a national autism plan. But the time is now. Take out your smartphones. Add autism to your daily calendars. The time is now. Thank you.